Hi, so we've got three draw drivers here. We've got the Callaway Rogue ST Max D, Stealth HD, and we've got the Ping G425 Sft. So these drivers are all designed to stop the ball going right. They've all got a draw bias with the weighting and also with the face angle. So the weight on these is all in the heel, and the face will be slightly closed as well. I've got them set at standard 10.5. I haven't closed them in anymore. The way you can close them in is by adding loft. It will make the face point a little bit more left, but obviously I just want to see what they do as normal. I've got stiff shafts in them, which roughly suits me. This is not the type of driver that I would use. I actually hate anything that looks a little bit left and would be very, very worried about this sort of driver if I was using it, that I would be hooking the head off it. I'm just about hooking the head off it with an open face driver as it is, so the last thing I need is a draw enhanced one. But I wanted to hit these and just see what happens with them. I haven't ever really hit them because there's been no reason for me to hit them. I give them to customers a lot to try, people who are slicing, which is the majority of people, need something to help them, and these drivers go some way to doing that. They don't go as far as some of the drivers which are offset. You don't see many of them. I think Wilson do one and Cobra do one. That is where the face is set back from the shaft a little bit, and that looks a bit odd to most people. These drivers look pretty conventional and they don't have a funny look when you put them down. So I'll start with, let's see, I'll start with the Callaway Rogue ST Max D with a Tensai AV Series 65S Flex, and it's set at 10.5. I've actually got it set to draw as well because I think that's what most people would put this in if they were fitted for it. They would get this because they needed it to go to the left, and so they would put it on draw as well. So let's have a go and see where this goes. Oh, that's a decent one to start. That's 105 club head speed, 153 ball speed, 2,303 spin and 16-degree launch. These are sort of figures I get a lot with my own driver. And to be honest, I could hit it like that easily with my own driver. It feels very similar to mine. Funny that, because it's an identical head, apart from draw enhanced. Now this driver is not going to ever just be completely anti-slice. There's only so much a driver can do. If the face is at a certain angle and the swing path is at a certain angle and the attack angle is at a certain angle, you will slice the ball or push the ball or do anything with it. But what this is hopefully going to do is, I would imagine that the ball will turn a little bit further left more often. A bit pushed there, but not too bad. Not a great strike. 150 ball speed means it didn't get out the middle. Another substandard strike, but again, just slightly pushed right and didn't come back at all. It shows you you have the face open, it won't matter if it's a draw enhanced. Not quite getting it full tilt. It was a bit spinny, that one. 3,214 spin for me is a lot. It's probably because it's 10.5 loft, and I usually use about 9.5. Oof, pushed. Just shows you. Did come back a bit. Not very good strike again. 148 ball speed. Slow. Pushed again. This is where you're seeing lack of ability to overtake clubhead design technology. Pushing it with a draw enhanced driver. That's more what I expected to see. I don't know whether I just actually did that anyway, because I'm capable of that myself. This is why directional changes in a driver, directional assessment of a driver is difficult, because a lot of the time it's input error. You know, you can blame it on the driver if you want, but a lot of the time it's what you do with your swing and how you swung, how you hit it. In terms of the looks, when I put this down, it doesn't look any different, if I'm being honest, to my driver. It may be a touch more closed, but it really, as a draw enhanced driver, it doesn't actually look that closed. That was good. Managed to get the face slightly open and draw enhanced driver there. 157 ball speed, so better, and I got better distance there, 294, 269 carry, so that's a bit better. Right, there's nothing conclusive coming out of this one. I feel like I've got the ability to hit this a little bit pushed. I haven't put slice spin on it yet. I haven't seen, but I haven't overly hooked it, which I was expecting to see. A wee bit loopy, but that's okay. So, yeah, as I say, nothing conclusive from that. Felt good, felt like my own club does. Didn't perform a lot different, to be honest. Didn't perform a lot different. So this is the Taylormade Stealth D. HD. High draw. Alright, we'll see. Set on 10.5, stiff shaft again. Appearance-wise, again, looks good. Doesn't look overly closed. Looks as maybe quite a lot of loft on it compared to what I would normally have, but really looks quite good. Very spinny, 3871. Decent ball speed, 154, alright for me, but very high spin. Oh, high again. 3645. My finding so far with this is that the high part of the HD is actually doing what it says. So the high draw is happening. Pushy and trying to come back. Oh, very bad strike again. 3.8 on the spin. Again, very spinny. Pushy again by me. Not the club's fault. Again, high. All the spins, 3.8 on the spin I'm getting consistently, where normally I'm in the low 2s. Backspin wise, I'm expected to see very low 2000s, and I'm getting 3,800 consistently on this. So I would have to hit one with a lot less loft, but then that opens the club face, which is not what we're trying to test here. It's trying to test if this does have some semblance of draw enhancement. Certainly has height enhancement. That's more what I thought it would do, but that's more what I could hit anyway, and that's not a very good strike again. 3,200 spin, slowing me down, taking the distance away, too much spin. Not a good strike either, 147 ball speed. Trying to draw back, but just too much spin on it. 3,292. So the overriding conclusion from that Stealth HD is that I'm hitting that high. So the H part does hit it high, whereas the Callaway didn't say anything about hitting it high, whereas that does appear to launch the ball higher. So if you're a slow swinger and you're struggling with your driver for distance and the ball's falling out of the air too low, you close the face a lot, then this driver might help you. It might get it up in the air a bit for you and get a bit more carry, a bit more distance by that means. So finally, let's have a go with the Ping Sft G425. This is just getting replaced soon. The G430 is on its way, but this is still relevant because it doesn't think it's changed that much. And this driver is always in the lineup, Sft. Again, looks good in terms of a draw enhanced driver, and I have had a lot of success with this with people who have struggled with losing the ball right, that the Sft has really actually worked. So it'll be interesting to see what it does for me. This again, stiff shaft, 10.5 loft. Well, very hooky, not a good strike. Spinny, but hooky, which is kind of what we're thinking these would be doing. Oh, another one. This is much more what I thought would happen with these clubs. Again, very spinny. Actually not so spinny there, so maybe the face was a bit shut there. 149 ball speed, so not very good strike. Again, left. This is more like it. Maybe there's something built into the Ping that's just a bit more Sft, and it means it, wherever Sft stands for. There it is again, left. I'm not hitting these very far today for some reason. I'm not hitting a lot of high ball speed figures, but I'm also getting a lot of spin, so the distances are quite short. So See, that really felt like I pushed that one quite badly, and it still tried to come back. Again, not a good strike. 3.7 on the spin. This is telling you that actually there is a bit of truth in getting fitted, actually helping you, because these clubs obviously don't suit me. I'm getting too much spin, too much height, and the ball's just going up and not forward enough. But I'm also not striking out the middle very often. Everything just about left of the line. Not a great strike again. Don't think this is my finest ball striking hour, but it is showing me that this driver is probably the most effective at stopping the ball going right. Felt like a toe strike, felt like it would go nowhere. No, for a bad strike, it's gone all right, but then the spin came down all of a sudden. 2.254, so that's why that went a wee bit further. Well, not as spinny. See, I would have sworn that had a chance of going right, and it didn't. Not very good. Again, spinny, bad strike, but it still went left. So, I mean, this is really making me think that this driver is the one. If you are in the market for a draw enhanced one, take a look at Ping's offering first. That's what I thought would happen with all of them, that they would all go left like that. Again, 3,200 spin, justifying my pitiful distances here. Right, let's see if we can get one a wee bit further out just to save face a wee bit. A little bit better distance, 272, but again, whipping left takes yards off it. And with the most neutral, the best flight is when just flat neutral flight. Very little spin either way. Anytime we've got hook spin, slice spin, detracts from distance. So I mean, with this, wanting to go left all the time, it's dipping down, it's coming out of the air for me. But for somebody that slices it, might just neutralise the ball flight and you get a completely flat trajectory rather than it going off to the right. It just goes straight, so you could get that flat neutral flight that gets you the most distance. No, this is definitely consistently the most left. So conclusion there is that if you're looking for something to stop your slice, or even a push, because it will come back a little bit more, then the Ping is the one to go for, because I didn't notice a big enough difference with the Max D. Didn't seem to come left often enough for me. Quite neutral feeling. So maybe if you just want a slight draw enhanced driver, that would maybe be the one. If you need a bit of height, extra height, then the Stealth HD seems to do that. It seems to get bigger spin numbers than I've ever got on any of the other modern drivers. But the Ping G425 Sft, and I'm sure the G430 Sft when it comes out, that seems to have something built into it which definitely starts to stop the ball going to the right. So I would strongly recommend you try one of these either in a fitting situation or out in the course. So I hope that was useful, and thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.